So if you don't know Chud the Builder, it's basically a streamer. Apparently everybody these days is a streamer. I'm actually thinking the medium of streaming is actually dying because of how oversaturated it's becoming. It's like the new freaking YouTube, right? Everybody wants to be a streamer now. So Chud the Builder has recently been very popular. You might have seen him on Twitter. There's clips of him going around on TikTok. Basically what this guy does is basically like engages in racism, right? He walks around, sees black people. I haven't seen his videos with other races, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's also racist towards like other people of color as well. But what he does is goes around and basically provokes black people and calls them the hard R and basically engages in blatant racism, and then he makes fun of the black people who like retaliate, right? Who give him a reaction for his bigoted behavior.
You gonna sneak up behind me like y'all like to do? Look at this nigga chimping out. Look at this nigga chimping out. That's the news team. Y'all know his name now, Isaiah Ware. Pussy ass fuck niggas. Y'all can say what you want. I'm not mad.
You a bitch.
Your mom.
You a bitch.
You're a nigger.
You a bitch.
You're a saying nigger.
You a bitch. Gosh, I'm so scared. Shoot me.
Look at these niggas. Look at this nigga chimping out.
And I don't want to sound like, ooh, he's a bigot, but that's literally what it is. It's bigoted behavior. He's going around being racist, okay? You can't justify this. His content is literally this. I'm not lying to you. He just goes around, calls people the hard R, makes racist jokes, and basically like farms content out of like pure just hatred and racism. And the sad thing is that it's working. It's getting a lot of rage baited people commenting. It's getting a lot of traction, and that's just kind of the sad world we live in. It doesn't matter if your content is good or bad or what you're doing is just straight up hateful. If you're getting traction, you're somehow succeeding. You're relevant. People are talking about you. And he seems to be the latest roach in this new wave of just nuisance streamers who do anything for clout and clips, right? Now with this kind of content where you're going out IRL and basically harassing people, being racist towards them and being hateful, there's obviously a lot of risk involved, and you're going to meet the wrong person and going to be dealt with the cards that you're asking for, right? And so this fucking loser has been in many situations where he's like almost gotten into an altercation, almost got shot, all these kinds of things, but somehow, man, he keeps on going. I saw this clip of Cuffham where he said the clock is ticking or something, and that's a very true statement, you know.
I don't know. Chud the Builder is kind of sending y'all back a little bit.
Who's Chud the Builder? Okay, so there's a guy who I imagine he's in black who goes around and says the N-word to people.
Exactly.
How is he safe doing this? What's his... Does he go with security guards? He's
No,
like
he
Jack
don't.
Doherty?
No, you don't. Time is ticking actually, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Are you threatening him?
No. Whoa. No.
You never know. If he continues this, he may meet the wrong person and may get his head blown. I'm not hoping that this happens. I'm just saying, like, that's a very realistic possibility considering the kind of statements he makes and the kind of content he makes and what kind of rhetoric he's engaging in, right? Now, of course, a nuisance streamer is essentially like a whore, a person with no morals, no boundaries, that basically does whatever that will get them attention. But what we need to focus on more is that platform that he streams on. It's not Kick. Apparently, if I'm not mistaken, he's been banned from Kick, and that's like a wow, that's like a feat in itself. Being banned off of Kick is a feat in my opinion, because Kick has the most loose rules and the least rigid like community guidelines and stuff. But the platform that he streams on is called Pump Fun, if I'm not mistaken. And I saw this guy on Discord, I was talking to him, and he said Pump Fun actually pays Chud the Builder. Now I don't know if this is credible. I mean, it must pay him, this platform Pump Fun, because I mean, why would he continue doing this if he doesn't? Of course, for the attention, but the reason why these clout chasers want attention is because they can make money. Or at least that's like a part of their motivation to do these provocative things for attention. One of the reasons is that, like, so they could get money, right? So what I really have a bone to pick with is the platform Pump Fun, right? How is Pump Fun literally funding racism? This is like actual like community-based racism. He's walking around in these cities, these communities, calling these people the N-word, engaging in racism and hateful dialogue, right? What is the justification of Pump Fun for funding Chud the Builder? There literally is none. Like, you could make the free speech argument, but Kick is literally the platform where it's like all about free speech, and they have like loose policies and rules and stuff. This is not like a practice of free speech. This is hate speech, what Chud the Builder is engaging in. So I don't know what the position of Pump Fun is for funding, basically like paying Chud the Builder for streaming on their platform, beside it literally being just that he streams and it brings some viewers onto their platform. That's the only explanation I see on their end, because this is not freedom of speech what I see here. This is hate speech. This guy does nothing but walks around and harasses black people and calls them the N-word. So Pump Fun someone needs to like call them out. I haven't seen that many people calling them out, but it's the platform that's really like pissing me off. It's a disgusting thing to pay streamers who are actively promoting racism and all these hateful ideologies, right? It's hate speech. It's not free speech. You cannot make that argument. And it's absolutely shameless. Pump Fun is shameless for paying Chud the Builder for making the kind of content he's making. But what is shameful is Chud the Builder's past. Now, this is a pattern that I've noticed in a lot of people. Of course, I'm young. I don't have that much experience. I'm not like one of those people who psychoanalyzes people on the internet, but it's just a very reoccurring pattern that I notice. Everybody who engages in extreme hateful ideology or actions always has something in their past that they're deeply ashamed of, right? You see the meme of the homophobe being extremely hateful towards gay people because deep down he has like some sort of homosexual tendency, right? And he's ashamed of that. So what he does is like he projects that outward toward gay people. Now, of course, this is a bad analogy, but what I'm trying to do here is make the connection of that sort of situation with Chud the Builder's past. So in the past, Chud the Builder may or may not have been gay. So there's pictures of him online dressing up as a fairy or like doing some cosplay. But what's crazy is that even though these pictures are clearly real, Chud the Builder actively denies them and calls them AI, says it's AI, it's false, which makes you raise an eyebrow and makes you think, someone might be ashamed of their past and now they're projecting all this hatred and shame outward toward innocent people, right? And to add a cherry on top of the cake, we recently saw a black lady who's apparently like a sex worker, if I'm not mistaken. She gets paid for, there's no way to sugarcoat it, basically pegging guys. And there were rumors that Chud the Builder in the past have basically slept with this woman and done some freaky shit, right? Basically gay shit. Now, I want to make it clear there's nothing wrong with being gay. I don't really care if you're gay, to be honest. It's just whatever. But I think it's important here because Chud the Builder portrays himself as this invincible man with no security outside, just harassing any group of people that he wants to, and he actively denies that he's gay or has done this in the past. This black lady, she came out on Twitter, she talked about it, and basically confirmed that yes, the rumors are true. She has given Chud the Builder a prostate massage or whatever it's called, and even went as far as saying most of her clients are white men, and Chud the Builder Chud the Builder was one of her clients, okay?
What's up, y'all? Lily Venus here, pretty bitch with a big dick. It's literally in my bio. I'm only bringing this up because Chud the Builder's cameraman put our conversation on Broadway on YouTube. Now millions of people know what I look like fresh off work, fucking great. But in the caption it said that black woman who used to smoke mid and get raw dogged by Chud the Builder. Well, he's not lying. I already told y'all we used to smoke. He used to sell me weed. And we did raw dog. A lot. Me, him, and my ex-wife. I am a professional pegger. It is no secret that I perform prostate massages, if you will, for men. I've been doing it for a very long time now. Most of my clientele is white men.
So really, at the end of the day, I don't think Chud the Builder is someone that we should take seriously. I mean, the whole internet just knows he's a fucking piece of shit and a loser and a racist. I just want to raise awareness that this guy is probably someone who's deeply ashamed of his past and has done things that like conflict with the identity that he wants to live with. So now he just walks around doing shit that just makes him look like a clown. The whole internet is clowning on him. And I also want to raise awareness on Pump Fund, the platform where he streams. These people are basically funding racism. What are we doing here, right? They should be called out and hopefully stopped, because this is not free speech. I like free speech. This is hate speech, what Chud the Builder is doing here. But anyway, that's really it.